Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskrityam
Narayanam Namaskrityam.
Naranjaiva Narottamam
Naram Chaivam Narottamam.
Devin Saraswatin Vyasam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam.
Tado Jayamudiraye
Tojaya Mudiraye.
Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu
Ashtaprayesu Bhadreshu.
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya.
Bhagavate Uttamasloke
Bhagavate Uttamasloke.
Bhaktin Bhavatirnaichiti
Bhaktim Bhavati Nashiti.
Krishnaya Vasudevaya
Krishnaya Vasudevaya.
Devaki Nandanaya cha
Devaki Nandanaya cha.
Nandagopa Kumaraya
Nandagopa Kumaraya.
Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Hare Krishna, welcome all the devotees for the morning Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. Today we are going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 2, text number 22. 2 to 22. The chapter name is, the canto name is The Cosmic Manifestation. The chapter name is The Lord in the Heart. Please repeat the sloka behind me. Yadi prayāsyan nṛpa pārameṣṭhyaṁ
Yadi prayāsyan nṛpa pārameṣṭhyaṁ
vaihāyasānām yad yutayad vihāram
vaihāyasānām utayad vihāram
aṣṭādhipatyaṁ guṇa-sannivāye
aṣṭādhipatyaṁ guṇa-sannivāye
sahaiva gacchen manasendriyaiś
sahaiva
gacchen manasendriyaiś.
Word by word meaning, please repeat behind me. Yadi,
Yadi,
however, prayāsyan, maintaining a desire, nṛpa, O king, pārameṣṭhyaṁ, the governing planet of the material world.
The governing planet of the material world.
Vaihāyasānām,
Vaihāyasānām,
of the being known as the Vaihāyasas.
the beings known as the Vaihāyasas.
Uta,
It
it is said.
is said,
Yat,
Yat,
what is.
what is
Vihāram,
vihāram,
place of enjoyment.
place of enjoyment.
aṣṭa-ādhipatyam,
aṣṭa-ādhipatyam,
lording it over with eightfold achievements.
eightfold achievements.
guṇa-sannivāye,
guṇa-sannivāye,
in the world of three modes of nature.
in the world of three modes of nature.
Saha,
Saha,
along with.
along with.
Eva,
Eva,
certainly.
certainly.
Gacchet,
Gachet,
should go. Manasā,
manasā,
accompanied by the mind.
accompanied by the mind.
Indriyaiḥ, and the senses.
and the senses.
Cha,
Yeah.
also.
So,
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charanamrita A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Translation, please repeat behind me. However, O king, if a yogi maintains a desire for improved material enjoyments, like transference to the topmost planet, Brahmaloka, or the achievement of the eightfold perfections, travel in outer space, with the Vaihāyasas
the Vaihāyasas
or a situation in
or a situation in
one of the millions of planets,
one of the
in
millions,
one of the millions of planets,
then
then
he has to take away with
he has to take away with
him the material molded mind and senses.
the
material
mind.
mind and senses.
Purport. In the upper status of the planetary system, there are facilities thousands and thousands of times greater for material enjoyments than in the lower planetary system. The topmost planetary system consists of planets like Brahmaloka and Dhruvaloka, the pole star, and all of them are situated beyond Makaraloka. The inhabitants of these planets are empowered with eightfold achievements of mystic perfection. They do not have to learn and practice the mystic process of yoga perfection and achieve the power of becoming small like a particle, anima siddhi, or lighter than a softer feather, lahima siddhi. They do not have to get anything and everything from anywhere and everywhere, prapti sakti, to become heavier than the heaviest, mahima sakti, siddhi, to act freely, even to create something wonderful or to annihilate anything at will, istva sakti, to control all material elements, vasistha siddhi, to possess such power as well as will never be frustrated in any desire, prakamya siddhi, or to assume any shape or form one may even whimsically desire, kama vasayita siddhi. All these expeditions are as common as natural gifts for the inhabitants of those higher planets. They do not require any mechanical help to travel in outer space, and they can move and travel at will from one planet to other planet within no time. The inhabitants of the earth cannot move even to the nearest planet except by mechanical vehicle like spacecraft. But the highly talented inhabitants of such higher planets can do everything very easily. Since a materialist is generally inquisitive to experience what is actually in such planetary systems, he wants to see everything personally. As inquisitive persons tour all over the world to gain direct local experience, and less intelligent transcendentalists similarly desire to have some experience of those planets about which he has heard so many wonderful things. The yogi can, however, easily fulfill his desires by going there with the present materialistic mind and senses. The prime inclination of the materialistic mind is to lord it over the material world, and all the siddhis maintained above the features of domination over the world. The devotees of the Lord are not ambitious to dominate a false and temporary phenomenon. Of the contrary, a devotee wants to be dominated by the superior predominator, the Lord. A desire to serve the Lord, a supreme predominator, is spiritual or transcendental. And one has to attain this purification of the mind and the senses to get admission into the spiritual kingdom. With the materialistic mind, one can reach the best planet in the universe, but no one can enter into the kingdom of God. Senses are called spiritually purified when they are not involved in sense gratification. Senses require engagement, and when the senses are engaged totally in the transcendental loving service to the Lord, they have no chance to become contaminated by the material infection. Om Tassat. Om Ajnana-timirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshururmanitam Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna-prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavad Pashasha Deshatarane Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. In this sloka, Sukadeva Goswami is explaining to Maharaj Parikshit that If the yogi have the desire, the material enjoyment, to improve this material enjoyment, because the yogi, material enjoyment, it is not only to accumulate the wealth in this material planet. The who are in the path of self-realization also, sometimes they may, because of their less intelligence, they wanted to get into the other upper planetary systems in the material world. They wanted to go and enjoy there. So they may meditate upon them. Suppose they learn from the Shastras that the heavenly planet there, they can go and enjoy. There are Somarasa is there, so the life can be prolonged, and they can get the nectar from there. And there are Apsaras are there, they can go and enjoy. So all those things they learn, so they'll develop a desire to enjoy those. Initially, they desire, their understanding is to do out of this material world. But by reading all those things from the scriptures, their mind stuck with this sense enjoyments. So this is also sense enjoyment. Trying to go into the upper planetary system, also the kind of a sense enjoyment. Upper planetary system within this material world. And because their mood, the centralized mood, what is the centralized generic thinking is, they wanted to enjoy themselves. So that is the mood. So that is the reason they have to be. So that's what this here, the Sukadeva Goswami is explaining, that they have to go with this materially molded mind and senses. So they will be there along with this, with their subtle body. So there are two bodies, the gross body and the subtle body. So when a person leaves whatever we are seeing, and as a person, it is a gross body. And the same person has the another body also, which is subtle, which we may not able to see with their blind eyes. So that body is called subtle body. That subtle body is, it is kind of a mind, and that is contains our false ego and intelligence and mind. That contains that. So that is subtle body. So that subtle body, until unless we are not leaving this material things, and we are aiming to go out of this material world, then only we can leave this. We have to leave that subtle body also. Then only we can go out of this material world. Otherwise, we will be there in this material world only. So that's why he's giving that example here. So there are multiple examples. What are the things the yogi can think? So what he will think? He wanted to transference to the topmost planet Brahmaloka. So he may wanted to go to the Brahmaloka, or he may wanted to achieve the eightfold perfection. So the eightfold perfection. So the achievement of eightfold perfection, here there are eight kind of different siddhi. Prabhupada explained over here. The smaller like a particle, that is the anima siddhi. Lighter than a soft feather, it is the lahima siddhi. And heavier than the heaviest is the mahima siddhi. Like that, there are 8 different siddhis are there. Prabhupada is explaining that the residents of the higher planetary system, they don't want to practice all those things siddhis, because by default they have all those siddhis. But the person who is in the earthly planet, who wanted to get all those siddhis, they have to practice stringently. So we can also see some Naga Babas, some Babas, some Akhoris, they used to practice this kind of siddhis to gain. And it will take years together, and it is required a stringent practice. Maybe 20-30 years it will take to practice to get this kind of siddhis. So they used to spend 30 years, 40 years, 50 years to get the siddhis in this material world, because they are less intelligent, because they wanted to achieve some small siddhis, but they are thinking that is the achievement, the different from other common people. I'm doing something, achieving something, to some siddhi. So that is the topmost. Because of their less intelligent, they are in that state only. One time when Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj, he was crossing the Ganges, Ganga. So in the boat, he was about to get in. And there one person came in front of him, and he gave the obeisances to Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj. And he told then his Sishyas, the disciples of Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj, introduced him that this is the person and he practiced it, that what is that? Lagima Sakti, right? Lagima Siddhi, lighter than a soft feather. So if they meditate in that way, so what will happen? Their body weight will be very less and they will float in the air. So like that. So because he practiced like that, then he was introduced himself. He is saying to Bhakti Siddhanta Swami Maharaj that 30 years I spent to get this siddhi. I practiced 30 years like that. Then what is the use? Then he asked, what is the use? Maharaj asked, what is the use by using this? What you are doing like that? Then he said, now I can cross this Ganges without the boat, and I can walk on the water. So I can easily cross this water, like that he told. Then Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj, he called the boatman and he asked, what is how much you will charge from here to there to cross this? Then he said 10 paisa. Then he told to that the person who achieved this Lagima Siddhi, he told, your 30 years you wasted your life. 30 years if you could practice the Bhakti Yoga towards the Krishna consciousness, you will be in somewhere, but you wasted your 30 years. Your worth, what is the worth of that 30 years practice? Just for the 10 paisa. You crossing this the water without the help of the boat. But I don't want to, 10 paisa I will spend, I can achieve the same thing. So that is your worth of that Lagima Sakti is for only 10 paisa worth. That's what he told to that person. So in earthly planet, to practice this all the siddhis, it will take more time. But still, many people are stuck with that siddhis. They're thinking that achieving something different than the common people, it is a great thing. So they are the less intelligent, even though they are practicing the yoga, but they are less intelligent, because what is the topmost intelligence is go out of this material world, thinking about how to go out of this material world permanently. That is the topmost intelligence. So all the other people are less intelligent who wanted to enjoy this material world. Not only this material world, apart from this, within this material world, there are different planetary systems are there. They wanted to go and enjoy that other planetary systems. So Prabhupada is explaining this, all this eightfold perfection, almost eight kind of siddhis, and their travel from one planetary system to another planetary system, it is very, very easy for the yogis who are staying in the upper planetary system. So for us who are staying in the material world, we are with the help of the spacecraft, we are going to other planetary system, and we are trying to go. We are not yet perfected in that as well. And but the yogis who are living in the higher planetary system, they can within no time they can transfer from, they can go from one planet to other planet within no time. So that here they by default, by birth, they have those kind of siddhis in with them. They have the eight kind of siddhis also with them. It is there. So some of the, by reading this, some of the less intelligent yogis, what they will think, okay, let me go and enjoy that. What is that? This is kind of that's why he is called inquisitive. So inquisitive in the sense they wanted to personally go and enjoy, personally go and see those things. Inquisitive persons. So they want to, inquisitive persons. If you see, there are so many people. So they will tour the world. They will go and experience what is there in that. So somebody will go on by cycle. Somebody says, I'm going around the world by cycle. Somebody says, somebody going around the world by jeep. Somebody will say, I will go the different parts and I will see the different culture. I want to eat. I want to live like them. Some people from India, somebody people are going to South Africa and they are seeing the Adivasis, how they are living. They are mingle with them. They want dressing. They want to try like them. They want to dress. And one of the person, he told, I want to get married. I want to stay here only because here it is no suffering. He was saying one of the interview. He was saying one person from India, he went to South Africa. So South Africa jungle he went and he saw that their women and men are there and they are not wearing their dresses and they are enjoying, they are eating whatever they want and they are enjoying the life. They without a small hut they are making and they are living in that. and the group of people, they are living in that, they are enjoying with the women like anything. So by seeing that, the person, one person from here to there, he wanted to visit that place, he visited, and they also accepted him. They also make him with the dresses, and then he was giving the interview to the channel that I wanted to be here only because this is the place there is no suffering. So this is the less intelligent mind thinking, because there is no difference between who is sitting in this, okay, in India, or he is there in the with the Adivasis in the jungle, because he is thinking that the Adivasis in the jungle, there I can enjoy with unlimitedly. I can mix with multiple women there without any easy. But here in India, there is a restriction. You have to marry with only one woman. If I merge with multiple women, there is a problems. There, nothing is there. Here, you need to so much of work you need to do. There, nothing work. You need to just go for a hunting, eat and enjoy. So he wanted to get that kind of life. So that kind of thinking will be there with the human being, because human mind always trembling. They want to do the sense enjoyment only. So their thinking will be in the sense enjoyment. Even though they are trying to in the path of perfection, in that also they will think that what I can enjoy this. That is the less intelligent persons. So this kind of inquisitive persons, when they trying to be the yoga sakti, then they will think that, okay, how by reading this, the anima sakti, lagima sakti, all those things, they will wonder, okay, if I practice this, how it will be. So they will stuck in that only. So they will spend their life in that, making their practicing that and get the siddhi. Even though the entire life they spent after getting the aṣṭa-siddhi in this material world, what is the achievement they are going to do? At the end of the life, nothing. They can make themselves lighter than the light, heavier than the heaviest. They can travel from one place to another place. They will bring any object within no time. So all those things. But what is the ultimate use? It is kind of a circus only. They have to be within this material world only. So those kind of people who are attracted by these siddhis, they are also less intelligent people. But who are all the devotees of the Lord, they never think about, they are never attracted by these siddhis. They don't want to achieve any of the siddhis. Their only understanding is, I am the servant of the Lord. So my only work is to serve the Lord. That is the only my aim. Whether I am living in this material world, I am or living in this, let the Lord send me to hell or heaven. Anywhere I am only asking, Lord, give me your service only. So in Chaitanya Sishta-ashtakam, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also saying that, Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim, kavitam va jagadisha kamaye, mama janmane janmaneshware, bhavadat bhakti ragaitu kitvayi. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is praying to the Lord that I don't want any followers. Na dhanam. I don't want any dhanam. Dhanam means wealth. I don't want wealth. Na janam. I don't want the followers. Number of followers. Na sundarim. I don't want any beautiful women. I want only your service, birth after birth. That is the ask from the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is the mood. Since we are followers of the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, our mood also should be in that way. We should not try to accumulate wealth. We should not accumulate to enjoy women, and we should not try to increase the followers. The only thing is, I want to serve wherever I am there. I wanted to serve. That should be the mood of a devotee. So the devotee mood is, anywhere I need to be served. So whether, Lord, you put me or you put me in this material world, keep me in this material world, not a problem. Birth after that, in the Chaitanya Ashtakam, Chaitanya was praying that birth after birth, put me in this state. Give me your service. So he is not ever need. The Mahaprabhu mood is, he not even asking for, let me go out of this material world. He is not even asking for permanent solution also. Even if you are giving birth after birth, not a problem. Let me here only. Let me be there in the material world only. But keep me as your servant. Let me give some service. So that's what the mood of the pure devotee of the Lord. So we also get into that mood. That's the reason we are every day morning we are reciting the Sahasranam. Why we are reciting Sahasranam? We also get that kind of mood so that we can also serve the Lord wholeheartedly, and we can keep away ourselves from the sense enjoyments in this material world. Because if you step out in this from our house, there are surroundings everywhere. If you go to the market street, everywhere it's enjoyment. If you come, they will say that if you come over here, massage is there, spa is there, and for your tongue, there is a hotels with a different varieties of food is there, and cinema hall is there, and mall to different kind of varieties of dresses. So everywhere it is attraction for the material enjoyment if you step out of your house. So how to save ourselves from these attractions? That is only by understanding the higher purpose of life. What is the purpose of our life? So that our senses, we need to engage our senses from this lower engagement. These are the lower engagement. But attracted by these temporary things, it's a lower engagement. So engaging our senses from this lower things to the higher purpose, that is serving the Lord. So that is the higher purpose. If you engage our senses in the higher senses, then higher purpose, then automatically our senses will be under control. We won't get agitated, even though we are living along with these people and we are going on the street. Even though by seeing that, we won't buy. Suppose we are seeing the hotel, many people that come non-devotees, they will go and see. Okay, immediately their saliva will segregate in their mouth. Okay, let me go and enjoy. Immediately they will go and eat whatever it is there. But a devotee won't think that. Devotee won't think that whether it is how come I can go and eat. But first is supposed to be offered to the Lord, and then only I can eat. But the person who prepared this, he may not be a devotee, and who are selling this, he is not a devotee. They may not, without any love and affection, they just for a salary, suppose money, they prepared this. So there is nothing in that food other than the sin. So the person who is prepared, he may did some sinful activities also. That sin also mixed with that. So the devotee will think in that way. So he can cease from those eating the outside foods without offered to the Lord. That kind of foods, they won't cease from that. And also he will go and see this material things as the devotee life is simple living, high thinking. So simple living in the sense, he won't attracted by this wearing this costly dress. I need to wear costly dress, costly suits, costly watches, costly mobiles. I don't want anything. So whatever minimize our requirements in this material world. We need to eat the food, eat the prasadam, only to keep our body and soul together. That much is enough. That's what our acharyas has followed. Similarly, if you follow the dresses, okay, dresses only to cover our body, not to show off our body parts in a different way. It's not for show off for others. It is for ourselves. We are just covering to cover our body. That much only we have to wear the dress. So if you have that kind of mentality, if the devotee having this kind of mentality, because of that, they won't get attracted by all the other sense gratification things available in the market. So the devotee only can think about go out of this material world, beyond this material world, and the topmost achievement, which is going back to Godhead. That is only the devotee can think. All the other yogis, they may also think about that, but they may stuck in between because of the other attractions. So being a devotee of the Lord is the topmost. It's a most fortunate person is the who is the devotee of the Lord, who is trying to go out of this material world and go back to Godhead. But even though he is most unfortunate, who is most unfortunate, even hearing and listening or understanding all those things, but he still stuck with the sense enjoyment. That person is most unfortunate person in this material world. We should not be getting into this category, most unfortunate. We should be a fortunate person, and whatever this lifetime we got, we have to use this lifetime for this, for his food, make ourselves into the better position, and we need to think for the higher engagement, and we will engage our senses, the higher taste, which is serving the Lord, and go back to God in this very life itself. That should be our aim and goal, and not this anima sakti, lagima sakti, all the aṣṭa-shaktis going to travel from one planet to other planet. These are all the very less religion yogis will think, and they will be, if they are thinking, if we are going in that way, they will be always should be there with their subtle body. They have to be their mind and senses. They have to go along with this, their mind and senses everywhere. So they cannot go out of this material world. So our devotee thinking is leaving this subtle body and also as gross body, then go out of this material world and serve the Lord. That should be the higher purpose. Hare Krishna. Mundra Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai. Hare Krishna.